Hi. So everyone has that thing that they feel comfortable doing. And I mean, it could be like sports, theater, maybe even physics. But yeah, I know physics. But if you're able to get them talking about that passion, then conversation will just start flowing and you'll see a deeper, more complex person that has like really interesting quirks below the surface. I mean, you might even find out that the new kid has a knack for magic. These conversations allow us to see a very special part of another person, and we can really interact with them on a deeper level. I mean, instead of viewing them as a mere profile, as like us teenagers are so accustomed to, we can see a real three-dimensional person, and that's really special. And for me, this is visual arts. It's the language that I use to do all of this. I mean, in English class, you're probably never going to hear me talk unless Renshaw calls upon me, but if you casually ask me about casting wax or resin molds, I will talk to you for hours. So a lot of my classmates here at Oakridge, they don't know me really well. I mean, they know my name and that I like art, but they don't know what that art is to me. I mean, art is so much more than a pretty picture or something that's going to sit on a shelf and be admired. I mean, most of us would agree that art reflects the artist's feelings inside. This is a sculpture I made last year, and it was the first sculpture that I ever made, and it's called Static. I wanted to show a female literally forced into a box by society and portray the feelings of heaviness yet emptiness. Most of my art focuses around my identity and who I am, and specifically the word gushy, which is a really odd word, I know, but I truly feel that that defines who I am internally, which is an emotionally oozing human. My art is all about my experiences, and each work explains a different part of my identity. This is a piece that I just recently made, so I have not named it yet, and the two hands represent me, who I am. They're loving and lively and full of color, and that's actually my senior ring on them that I cannot get off, unfortunately. And then there's that white hand under it that is constantly there and like almost haunting the pair. And the three hands are sealed into a bed of wax that's reality to me. And you can see right where the white hand touches the pink hand, the white kind of spreads over the pink hand, which is kind of struggles in life. This is another sculpture that I did last year. It's called A Soft Embrace, and I made it during a specifically hard time in my life. I really wanted to feel safe and content with who I am and appreciated. The hand was really my longing to be hugged and loved. And it's 15 feet long, by the way. It's massive. And that was my desire to be noticed by everyone around me. This is my suitcase, and that's just what I call it. I made it this past summer before I went to a college program in California. And I was so nervous to live without my parents for a month in another part of the country with people I didn't know. And so that's why the suitcase is half open, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was terrified to leave. But I wanted to grow as who I am as an individual, and that's why there's flowers pouring out of it. And you can't see this very well by the picture, but each flower is dipped repeatedly into wax to form this delicate encapsulation of the petals, which is safety to me. That pre-college program was in Oakland, California, at a college called CCA. It was right across the bay from San Francisco. It was amazing. And it was a pivotal moment for me as an artist. I mean, I woke up every day surrounded by talented and inspiring people doing what I love, and that gave me more clarity than I could have ever imagined. I mean, and it was there that I realized what art does for me. I mean, in my everyday life, it can be challenging to share my thoughts and opinions with my peers, and I'm really quiet. I mean, I want to talk to all of you, but most of the time I feel like there's a wall that I can't get myself to break through. But in the art class here at Oakridge and the art classes at CCA, that wall does not exist. And that's what art can do for me. It gives me the ability to share my thoughts and deep opinions with people that will take the time to look at it and appreciate it. So everyone has this special place where they can just let go and be themselves, and that's my art studio, which is a cabin my dad built for me out in the woods. Right when I walk through those doors, I can immediately just pour myself into whatever I'm doing and feel this weight lifted off my shoulders. I mean, and that can sometimes keep me up until 4 in the morning on school nights. So I'm just painting or just doing weird things that you can sometimes see on my Instagram. But like what I've learned this year is that I have to make time to go to my cabin because that gives me that emotional release that I need in this like really stressful time in my life, which like college apps and everything, that's really scary, and I need to go to my cabin a lot more than I do. But the really important thing that I've like learned about this is that the reason I'm doing this to begin with is because this is how I explain my feelings. I mean, creating art is how I can understand what I'm feeling and explain it to not only myself, but to my friends, my family, and like even strangers that are gonna see this. So what I'm creating all the time, like what I'm doing, this weird art stuff, it's so much more than a pretty picture or something that's gonna sit on a shelf and just be looked at. Art is a part of who I am, and I could not change that even if I wanted to, and I definitely wouldn't want to do that. So I don't know where life's gonna take me. I mean, I might not be an artist. I could live in my parents' house. I could be a doctor, a teacher, I don't know. But whatever I do, I know that art's going to play a vital role in that. Thank you.